Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video I'll be discussing some brief thoughts on episode 10 of the anime series, Suisei no Gargantia. There were surprises around every corner of this particular episode for me, from the sheer avarice and consumption of power on display in what I thought to be the unlikeliest of villains of sorts in Pinion. And yet, even he at times was beginning to question his purpose, noting largely that what he was seeking was revenge for the loss of his brother, and his seeming dissatisfaction with the realization that no matter how much death was wrought and brought upon the very whale squid that caused his brother's death, no relief would be forthcoming. Pinion's desires come to outweigh this limited recompense, however, with the arrival of captured pirates. This after he, in a fit of lusty success, sends out a message about his fleets wiping out the whale squid and staking claims on the territory and its spoils, and the added posturing in his warnings to stay away or be fired upon. But, as it turns out, the pirates themselves make a show of wanting to join up with Pinion's fleet, which wasn't always his exactly, but is slowly becoming so, as the people are seeing Pinion as their desired replacement leader. All the while is Leto facing an internal conflict as well. It would be easy to question how it is that he hasn't returned from the deep and automatically let the travesty of his slaughter be known, but rather is the matter dealt with an utmost realism. Leto is understandably, given the circumstances, in shock. The weight of his plight takes a while to sink in before he can process his emotions and awareness enough to actually think about it. And when finally he is able to, it coincides with the confirmation of his worst fears, as Chamber has studied the outlying area and found the connection to assure the video footage Leto saw previously was all true. The light bugs in the area are the very corroboration that humanity has evolved into the whale squid or Hideos. There is no longer any doubt. Yet do I find it increasingly interesting and disturbing that Chamber, in answer to Leto's doubts about continuing on with his annihilation of these beings, has worked out logically exactly why Leto must continue with his mission. As all good machines do, it has analyzed the entirety of the situation and found that intellect is the sole balance of power. Chamber's primary function is and forever will be to protect humanity, yet that humanity needs to be weak enough in physical form to necessitate the use of machine calibers, whilst also being intelligent enough to know how to operate them and interface with them. In the Hideos and their whale squid offshoots, this is largely unnecessary, as these beings have evolved to a much more instinctual level and no longer have a pronounced intellect, yet possess a physical form that protects them from the environments, both natural and unnatural, that surround them. So, by degrees, it's almost as if Chamber's reconciliation of this entire matter has found a way to not only excuse the continued genocide of this species, but has entirely encapsulated within it a sense of self-preservation through specious rationalization as well. Slick little AI, if I don't say so myself. And then the other foot drops, as Leto is attempting to find his footing on the entire kill-or-be-killed mission set forth to him by the Alliance of Humankind. Chamber suddenly detects another machine-caliber signal in the area, and it couldn't be a more ominous-looking Yunbaro at that, which Leto recognizes as being that of his commanders. And so the plot thickens as we approach the end of the series. It's already as if there is a level of disagreement between Leto and Chamber as it is, and he has yet to confront Pinion and the rest of the human inhabitants of this world with the cruel truth of the whale squid. Whilst pirates have made their advances on this offshoot fleet, which may or may not have been a ruse to destroy them from the inside out, and now the leader of Leto's former faction is in town, and chances are they're set to butt heads over the false threat of these creatures. And I'm only sorry we have to wait another week before we find out what happens next. And I'm sure I'll be equally sorry to see this great series come to a close all too soon as well. But for now, that'll be it for me on this one. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what your reaction to this overall episode and everything that happened in it was, and what you think is coming next. And otherwise, that'll be it for me. I hope you're all doing well. I'll catch you later. Peace.